Welcome to SPFL Extra, the show that's all about your views. On Thursday night, Hibs finally overcame Hearts at Easter Road in a league game thanks to a late penalty from Liam Craig. At a sold out Easter Road, over 20,000 people turned up for one of the feistiest Edinburgh derbies in recent times. Meanwhile, at a sold out Tannadice, Peter Pollock's late winner for Aberdeen sealed a terrific win for them against Jack McManus Dundee United. The informed team over Christmas, however, has got to be Stuart McCall's Motherwell. Their 4-0 win over St Johnstone made it 5 wins on the go, and not only that, in the last 4 games they've scored 13 goals. It's been a very impressive 2014 so far for Ross County, winning away at Inverness and then at home to St Johnstone in just a couple of days. But now, let's take a look at our top 3 goals. Our first goal comes from Fir Park, where James McFadden made it 2 goals in a week with a fantastic 30-yard strike against St Johnstone. Our second goal comes from Rugby Park, where Newcastle United loanee Adam Campbell scored in his debut for St Mirren. His strike against Killie wasn't enough, however, for the Buddies, as they went on to lose 2-1. Our final goal also comes from Rugby Park from the same match, with Rory McKenzie's strike for Killie against St Mirren. McKenzie showed he's got a feel like a traction engine behind the Partridge reference, with a fantastic goal set up by Chris Johnstone. With 4 derbies taking place in the Scottish Premiership over the new year, our question of the week is, what is the greatest derby match of all time in Scottish football? Was it Celtic's last minute win over Rangers in 2008?
Nakamura!
Johnny Russell scoring that beast of a goal at the beginning of last season against Dundee at Tannadice? Or was it Mixu Patalainen scoring a hat-trick against Hearts at Easter Road in 2000?
Trying to create something, oh, the deflection, Patalainen, there's the equaliser! Mixu Patalainen!
Or was it even Mark de Vries, if you remember him, scoring goals for fun in the 5-1 game at Tynecastle?
Here's a chance for Mark de Vries. Is it 2? It certainly is!
Now, as you can probably tell, Amanda isn't here this week, so just imagine me as some sort of emergency loan signing, like when Andy Gorham ended up at Man United. I'm basically like Andy Gorham, but not quite as agile, and besides, I was a left back. Amanda last week asked for you to comment below on who you think your team should sign in the transfer window. And although there was a lot of chat about Zlatan Ibrahimovic wanting to end his career at Celtic Park, our comment of the week comes from a Mr. Paul B. Paul B, who's no relation to Mel, I checked, reckons that Zlatan should end up going to Campbell instead with Morton. Morton knocked Celtic out of the League Cup, so ipso facto, Morton are a better fit. It wasn't just Paul B, however, who was talking about Ibra's potential move to Celtic Park. Dynamite Dylan, all one word, reckons Celtic should sign Ibrahimovic. I'll need to watch a few videos to see who he is now, but I reckon he could be a big star. I reckon Zlatan could be a player. If you've not seen him before, he's kinda like Craig Brewster, but with better hair. Reinforcing Kilmarnock's squad over the transfer window was of particular importance to F. Taylor. He commented on our video last week saying that the loan spell Michael Gardyne should be extended, while also trying to get some of the older players back, such as Connor Salmon and Alexei Eremenko.
Palace way lost, but only to Eremenko! That is wonderful! A spectacular strike from Eremenko!
Eremenko is now playing in Kazakhstan, but also playing alongside Stuart Duff, if you remember him. Played for Aberdeen. I reckon a lot of Kilmarnock fans would love to see Eremenko back. I've got a friend on Facebook, and under religious views, he's got Eremenko. So I reckon if we can get him back, Connor Salmon, maybe even someone like Taul, who was at Hearts last season, he's out in Turkey right now. If they could somehow find a way to get these players back, along with a guy like Chris Boyd who cannot stop scoring right now, I reckon Kilmarnock would probably be looking to secure mid-table to top 6 finish if they could. Meanwhile, up north, Super Sneaky Sneaker, which is a brilliant YouTube name by the way, reckons that Aberdeen really need to reinforce up front and at the back to really stabilise their chances of aiming for 2nd place. The signing of Alan Tate from Swansea on loan is probably a good start in getting the defence sorted, but he reckons that with the chances being created by Pollitt and Johnny Hayes and then McGinn, they really do need someone to be banging the goals in up front at the top. While the chat surrounding Zlatan's move to Celtic Park might have been a wee bit far-fetched, there was genuine discussion this week about who Celtic should bring in to reinforce their squad for next season's Champions League and this season's title push. Joel Bros reckons that Celtic should look to the Eredivisie for striking options, with Alfreð Finnbogason and Aron Jóhannsson both performing pretty well right now. Finnbogason plays for Heerenveen and is top scorer right now in the Eredivisie. Joe also reckons they should go for Aron Jóhannsson, who plays for AZ Alkmaar and qualifies for the US. Actually, Jóhannsson played at Hampden in November against Scotland in that memorable, famous 0-0 draw. And remember, the winner of Comment of the Week on YouTube will win a copy of Football Manager, just like this. That's all for this week's SPFL Extra, but remember to subscribe to the channel by clicking here and leave your comments round about here.